It is now 8:30. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Be a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
I'll second that. Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. This time, please rise and join with me in the Pledge of Allegiance. If I can stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This time, do we have any public comments?
You want to ask that?
I just had one question.
Yes. You want to go ahead and stand up, JD, and figure out who you are? That way, if somebody's online wants to know.
Hello. One of the commissioners resigned.
Yes.
I was just wondering if there has been a job posted for that.
No, but we can. Do we need to have that as an agenda item about the Veterans Administration? Okay, so.
Yeah, I have to get that submitted as an agenda, JD, an agenda item for us.
I think that Ron is going to set an agenda meeting.
Is Ron the chairman of your commission?
No, it was Wendy.
Okay.
Oh, it's Wendy. The one
Ron
that's
had been. Well, then
Okay.
when Wendy resigned, Ron took it over.
Why don't, we'll just make it simple. Let's put it on the agenda for next week to have that as an agenda item to discuss, approve.
Yeah, we were just curious to see if they had been posted.
No, nothing yet.
We don't know yet.
So
didn't know when he resigned. So.
Yeah. So we'll have that on the agenda item next week to discuss, approve, running an ad and posting that.
Okay, and somebody probably needs to talk to Janet to ask about the requirements.
Okay.
Because I think it has to be a veteran.
Okay. Yes. So
I'm a commissioner. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
Okay. Thank you. And just under public comments, I just want to say publicly, congratulations, Todd. Welcome aboard January 2nd. So, okay.
Congratulations.
Engineer update, JD. Get you going here so you can get out there and do some bridge work.
Morning, JD King, Page County Engineer.
Morning.
Fine morning, a little dash of snow to remind us that it's Iowa, it's going to be winter. Although the streets and roads were warm enough that it melted off the road.
Most of it, no.
Sent this out yesterday afternoon. Blades were in the district yesterday. The blade guys were called in today. They're cutting trees. Yesterday we were hauling rock with 2 trucks. Today maybe 1. We have a timely rock connector project. North Sea, which is from 155th or so north to J14, the pavement, that was rock. Last week, smoothed up yesterday, and it'll need some traffic and rain and blading to be perfectly smooth, but that is the nearest detour of the bridge work that we're doing on 150th. Contract was approved last week. There's a C Avenue South, which is north of 170th Street, connects up with Iowa 48, and we graded that up, shaped it up, and made a platform at the 170th Street intersection so that people aren't coming up to the pavement real steep, but they come up before that, and then they're sitting flat when they turn onto the pavement, so they're not starting out in a problem. And then we'll have a free saw cycle before we put rock on that. Our pipe crew was working on I Avenue. They did 3 pipes, some ditching and tree removal. And they're Jeff's looking for some more pipe, probably on N Avenue. We weren't running any mowers yesterday due to staffing and more problems, and then we're doing some cold patch. But today things are a little different with the dab of snow. We're hanging snow equipment on the last two trucks. In other words, the trucks that run all the time, the tandems that run all the rock, we're hanging the snow equipment on them last and putting truck plows on the trucks that don't run every day. Single axle trucks in Omaha ready for pickup. Steering gear parts took care of that steering issue. We have a truck to take to Omaha, so we'll take one there and bring one back. And the tandem that's in Des Moines is back from paint back to Hawkeye truck equipment. And that should be ready later this week or certainly by next week. They're hanging the snow equipment back on that. Moving to the engineer side. The DOT fully executed the contract that we awarded to Coron last week. We do have a pre-con on that job today at 11. Contractors and utility companies, the DOT will be there. And we had one for the 280th Street Bridge in Buchanan Township last Tuesday. And they're gonna move in equipment and start work the first week in December. So they're coming in after Thanksgiving. The Coron bunch of Essex has 3 pieces of equipment there. Yesterday evening by 5 when I passed through there was an articulated dump truck and a dozer sitting on the south side of the road. I went up C Avenue to check that out. By the time I came back, there was a crane on a low boy moving in. He's moving in an excavator today, at least one. And I anticipate clearing of the site of trees there, primarily in the northeast corner, and then they'll haul dirt. There's a bunch of waste because the bridge is getting longer on both ends, so there's channel excavation, and they got a waste site west of the bridge, so they're going to haul dirt across the bridge while the weather's still good before it freezes down. So that's a contractor planning like you should. There's various other paperwork out there, construction, construction, and I did a bat survey under the bridge there at T34 on 190th Street and M56, looking for bats. Bat habitat is north of that in the trees. We got to make sure there's no bats associated with the bridge. We don't want that to be habitat. And just a reminder, next week, 8:45, next Tuesday, we have a public hearing on a road vacation at 245th Street, and that was, well, I saw it in the paper yesterday, and tomorrow it should be published again in the other paper. Questions for me?
Your pre-construction conference, that's on site and it's not virtual, correct?
No, that's in our office.
Oh, it's in the office, okay.
Right, they've already met with the utility guys up there a couple weeks ago. There's one call's been done. There's flags where the communication line is. MediaCom has a line there. Farmers Telephone Company out of Essex has a line there. There's no power line. Things like that, they'll talk about scale.
The road you rock, did you just do part of the rock? Yeah,
We did half.
Spring or whenever.
Right. I did half the rock. That's part of the detour there, so they don't have to go back west. And then, there was a possibility that the DOT was doing a bridge on 59 also this winter. It's supposed to be in the same October letting, but it got pulled. And I anticipate, or what they've told me, the DOT, they're going to have it back in the letting in June of next year. Okay. So most likely a winter project on that bridge over the East Nish on 59 north of Shannon. So thank you. We're in a slight lull between projects, and we got $4.3 million worth of bridge under contract now. So it's going to be a good winter.
Yes.
We'll be lolling, hanging around. So thank you.
Thanks, JD. JD, can I have that one? I didn't get one. Sorry.
Oh, you didn't get a copy?
I think it flew away. Are we ready to start? Text, listen up. Dollars around. Thanks.
Oh, thank you. Excuse me. One would have been enough, Chris.
What?
Say one would have been enough.
Oh, you're actually gonna get the three.
Oh, you're so generous.
So there are 9 precincts, is that right?
Yeah.
9 and then the absentee.
Oh,
You're a very nice person.
So who wants the
Give me
absentee?
the action.
You're a little absentee.
So the absentee is, I have it ran by precinct.
Oh, okay.
So there are
So is that how
9 of them.
you want them reported by precinct? Okay.
Yep, when we go.
Get to that. She'll
To that.
do that.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, shut up. Let me want to be volunteer. Got to volunteer. In the scheme of running up the stairs, I do not.
Pencil. Luke. Luke.
I'm ready this morning.
Good. Looking forward to this.
This is.
take the elevator.
I know. It's like elevators, but. Great.
Well, I know we're a little bit early, but let's go ahead and discuss and approve the 2022 general election canvas. Let's see, you drive this off on who's wants to start.
Okay, we're ready to go.
I've got page Brenda lead library one.
Go for that one.
Okay, Franken 107, Chuck Grassley 308, write-in 1. Representative Cindy Axney 114, Zach Nunn 301. Governor Reynolds Gregg 320. Oops, I'm sorry, and Deidre DeGier 91. That was wrong order. Rick Stewart 6. Secretary of State Joel Miller 94. Paul Payne 316. Auditor of State Sand 104. Halber 302. Treasurer of State Fitzgerald 114. Robbie Smith 291. Agriculture Norwood 88. Nave 317. Attorney General Tom Miller 117. Brenna Bird 293. Senator District 9 Narrett 86. Shipley 323. District 17 Shipley 108. Wood 300. Write-ins 1. Supervisors Mainberg 349. Write-ins 19. County Treasurer, Andrew Dow, 385. Write-ins, 3. Recorder, Messias, 384. Write-ins, 4. Attorney Thompson, 381. Write-ins, 3. Soil and Water Conservation District Commissioner Pease, 228. Davison, 304. Agricultural Extension Council, Simons, 187. Ferguson, 251. Beaver, 251. Stripe, 207. Gavin, 206. Fisher, 165. Extension Council to fill a vacancy. Stacy Pulliam, 184. Ron Foster, 170. Supreme Court Justice Dermott, yes, 235. No, 94. Supreme Court Justice Dana Hawksley, yes, 218. No, 100. Court of Appeals Ehlers, yes, 233. No, 92. Court of Appeals Batting, yes, 207. No, 101. Richardson, yes, 281. No, 66. Galmowski, 217 yes, 96 no. Jeffrey Larson, yes, 229. No, 85. Fagan, yes, 239. No, 83. Constitutional Amendment 1, yes, 329. No, 75. So,
All right, I have Clarinda 2. Whenever you're ready. Okay, Franken 170, Grassley 475, 3 write-ins. Axney 186, none, 4. I'm sorry. Axney 186, none, 461. Reynolds Gregg 483, DeGear 145, Stewart Battaglia 17, Joel Miller 158, Paul Pate 488, Rob Sand 177, Todd Halber 468, Fitzgerald 179, and Smith 462, I beg your pardon. Norwood 160, Nag 480, Miller 192, Bird 455, Narup 138, Shipley 509, Shipley 179, Devin Wood 463. Now I've got a question. Maher or Maher? Maher. Okay. Todd Maher 556, write-ins 20. Angie Dow 607, write-ins 6. Esaias 600 with 5 write-ins. County Attorney Sonkson 586 with 7 write-ins. Brandon Pease 390, Kurt Davison 467 with 7 write-ins. Simons 317, Ferguson 423, Beaver 398, Stripe 321, Cavan 368, and Fisher 291 with 15 write-ins. Pulliam 317, Foster 264, 3 write-ins. McDermott 401 yes, 151 no. Oxley 380 yes, 152 no. Allers 402 yes, 145 no. Batting or baiting, 363 yes, 149 no. Davidson, 464 yes, 118 no. Kolnowski, 375 yes, 157 no. Larson, 399 yes, 132 no. Fagan, 400 yes, 141 no. And on the amendment, 510 said yes, 118 said no.
Okay. Courthouse 1. Right?
I'm ready.
Okay, Franklin 32, Grassley 241, 2 write-ins. Axney 45, Zach Nunn 228, 2 write-ins. Desir 28, Reynolds 244, Baglia 4, 1 write-in. Miller 26, Pate 247, 1 write-in. Sand 38, Halliburton 234, 1 write-in. Fitzgerald 46, Smith 224, 1 write-in. Norwood 22, Neg 250, 1 write-in. Miller 39 for Attorney General, Bird 234, write-ins 1. North 23, Shipley 250, write-ins 2. Moore 252, write-ins 2. Supervisor District Mayor 253, write-ins 4. Angie Dow 265, 1 write-in. Messias 266, 3 write-ins. Stolkson 255, 5 write-ins. And Brandon Pease 189, Curtis Davison 218, 2 write-ins. Extension Council had Simons 160, Ferguson 188, Beaver 176, Stripe 176, Cavan 174, Fisher 135, and 3 write-ins. 3. And then Extension Council, Pulliam 137, Foster 122, 1 write-in. Supreme Court Justices, McDermott 166 yes, 56 no. For Oxley 156 yes, 63 no. Ehlers 158 yes, 62 no. Batting 148 yes, 67 no. Davidson 195 yes, 46 no. Kolonsky 156 yes, 61 no. Larson 162 yes, 57 no. Fagan 155 yes, 65 no. Constitutional Amendment 1, 248 yes, 21 no.
Okay, we're ready for the Shenandoah Historical Building 1. Okay, starting off first, Franken 84, Grassley 198, write-ins 3. Axney 93, Nunn 190, write-ins 2. Reynolds Gregg, Desir 69, Reynolds Gregg 202, Stewart 13, write-ins 1. Miller 79, Pate 199, write-ins 1. Sand 89, Halber 192, write-ins 1. Fitzgerald 89, Smith 192, write-ins 1. Norwood 78, Neg 202, write-ins 2. Miller 82, Brenna Bird 199, write-ins 1. Narrow 71, Shipley 210, write-ins 2. Moore 239, write-ins 8. Maher 239, write-ins 15. Dow 258, write-ins 2. Asias 254, write-ins 5. Sonkson 254, write-ins 2. Pease 193, Davison 158. Simons 129, Ferguson 136, Beaver 126, Stripe 159, Gavin 100, Fisher 117, write-ins 2. Pulliam 126, Foster 100. McDermott, yes 166, no 74. Oxley, yes 162, no 67. Ehlers 165, no 69. Batting, yes 160, no 67. Davidson, yes 166, no 168. Kanowski, yes 160, no 71. Larson, yes 158, no 66. Fagan, yes 166, no 69. Amendment 1, yes 221, no 53.
Shan 3. Shan 3. Sorry about that. Are you ready? Huh?
Had the general.
No. All right, here we go. Franken 133, Grassley 346. Axney 147, Nunn 333. DeGear 107, Reynolds 352, Battaglia 19. Miller 125, Pate 348. Sand 132, Halber 340. Fitzgerald 144, Smith 326. Norwood 118, Nag 359. Miller 142, Bird 336. Narup 108, Shipley 368. Thomas Moore 408. There were 9 write-ins. Todd Maher 398, 26 write-ins. Angie Dow 444 with 5 write-ins. Brenda Isaias 437 with 4 write-ins. Carl Sonkson 425 with 6 write-ins. Brandon Peace 367, Curtis Davison 285, 1 write-in. Nikki Simons 211, Diane Ferguson 234, Cheryl Beaver 225, John Stripe 335, Roxanne Cabin 173, Cynthia Fisher 227, and there were 4 write-ins. Stacy Pulliam 207, Ron Foster 174 with 1 write-in. For McDermott 286 yes, 119 no. Oxley 258 yes, 124 no. Allers 277 yes, 118 no. Bading 254 yes, 118 no. Davison 278, 115. Kilnoski 258 and 128. Larson 265 yes, 113 no. Fagan 278 yes, 109 no. And on the amendment, yes 369, no 89.
This is consolidated. I think that means Buchanan County, Buchanan Township's on here, so what does that mean?
Okay, so you have a question.
It just said consolidated at the top here, yeah, that's Buchanan's.
What's the outside of the cover say there, Jacob, on here?
Oh, Page County Courthouse 2.
Perfect.
Okay. U.S. Senator Franklin 51, Chip Grassley 340. State Representative District 3, Acton 77, none 312. Governor Desir 50, Reynolds 334. Battaglia 6. Right in. Secretary of State Miller 52, Page 333, 0 write-in. Auditor of State Sand 57, Halliper 325, 0 write-in. Treasurer Fitzgerald 61, Smith 323, 0 write-in. Secretary of Agriculture Norwood 44, Neg 340, 0 write-in. Secretary General Miller 61, Byrd 324, 0 write-in. State Senator District 9, Nora 45, Shipley 338, 1 write-in. State Representative District 17, Shipley 58, Wood 328, write-in 1. County Board Supervisor District 2, Maher 353, 12 write-in. County Treasurer Angie Dow 372, write-in 1. Recorder Isaiah 374, write-in 0. Attorney Thompson 349, write-ins 5. Amity Township Trustee 8 write-ins.
Hold on. Great, Township Trustee for Kennedy.
Amity, sorry, 8 write-ins. Amity Township Clerk 7 write-ins. Buchanan Township Trustee Dennis Davidson 31. 1 write-in. Buchanan Township Clerk Gary Davison 32, 1 write-in. Soil and Water Brandon Dees 242, Curtis Davison 279, 4 write-ins. Agriculture Extension Simon 198, Ferguson 238, Beaver 230, Stripe 214, Cabin 236, Fisher 166 with 10 write-ins. Stitch Agriculture Extension Council, William 157, Ron Foster 191, write-ins 1. Supreme Court, Judges McDermott 215 yes, 110 no. Oxley 202 yes, 109 no. Ehlers 211 yes, 99 no. Batting 193 yes, 104 no. Davidson 249 yes, 76 no. Kilonsky 191 yes, 110 no. Larson 212 yes, 89 no. Fagan 210 yes, 100 no. Constitutional Amendment 1, 337 yes, 41 no. Public Measure A 15 yes, 22 no. Public Measure B 2 yes, 31 no. I think that's it.
Ready? Like, you know, I have a Shenandoah bill too. Yep, Shanchu. Franken 140, Grassley 313. Axney 164, none 290, write-ins. Whoops, I'm sorry. I forgot a write-in underneath Grassley. Sorry. And then a write-in under none. Desir 120, Reynolds 325, Stewart 12, Miller 133, Pate 320, write-ins 1. Sand 137, Halber 311, write-ins 1. Fitzgerald 133, Smith 295, write-ins 2.
Can you say Chilton?
153, 295 and 2. Norwood, 131, neg 320, write-ins 1. Miller, 145, Bird, 307, write-ins 1. Merritt, 117, Shipley, 334, write-ins 1. Moore, 379, write-ins 13. Maher, 370, write-ins 36. Dow, 408, write-ins 11. Asias, 405, write-ins 9. Songson, 392, write-ins 12. Commissioners, Pease, 346, Davison, 260, write-ins 3. Extension, Simons, 212, Ferguson, 232, Beaver, 213, Stripe, 297, Kevin, 181, Fisher, 219, write-in 6. Pulliam, 182, Foster, 175, write-ins 2. McDermott, yes, 281, no, 94. Oxley, yes, 263, no, 95. Ehlers, yes, 284, no, 91. Batting, yes, 255, no, 100. Davidson, yes, 291, no, 85. Galnoski, yes, 254, no, 101. Larson, yes, 276, no, 86. Fagan, yes, 281, no, 87. Amendment 1, yes, 345, no, 91.
Writer's cramp yet? Writer's cramp yet? Just about. I've got Essex. Franken, 72. Grassley, 303. Axney, 87. None. Oh, Axie.
You have a write-in on it.
Oh, yes, I did. I'm sorry. There is a write-in. Absolutely. Axney, 87. None. 289. Reynolds, or I'm sorry, DeGier, 54. Reynolds, 309. Battaglia, 13. Miller, 64. Pate, 309. Sand, 77. Halbert, 298. Fitzgerald, 86. Smith, 288. Norwood, 65. Nag, 308. Miller, 81. Bird, 295. Narup, 62. Shipley, 309. There was one write-in. Moore, 332. 7 write-ins. Maher, 338. 17 write-ins. Dow, 354. 7 write-ins. Isias, 350. 7 write-ins. Songson, 338, 6 write-ins. Pease, 278, Davison, 232, 3 write-ins. Simons, 180, Ferguson, 204, Beaver, 188, Stripe, 265, Cavan, 143, Fisher, 182, 3 write-ins. Pulliam, 169, Foster, 133 with 1 write-in. McDermott, 212, 93. Oxley, 198 and 100. Ollers, 200 and 98 for the no. Bating, 190 and 96. Davidson, 226 and 86. Kolnowski, 201 and 93. Larson, 209 and 85. Fagan, 204 and 91. And on the amendment, 310 in favor, 50 against.
Jim, fire station. Are you ready for that one?
Ready.
Jim, where's that? Okay. U.S. Senator Franklin 79, Grassley 302, 0 write-in. State or United States Representative, Axne 82, none, 300, 0 write-in. Governor, DeGier 60, Reynolds 320, Battaglia 1, 0 write-ins. Secretary of State, Miller 65, Pate 313, 0 write-ins. Auditor, State, Sand 77, Halliburton 297, 0 write-ins. Treasurer of State, Fitzgerald 73, Smith 303, 0 write-ins. Secretary of Agriculture, Norwood 61, Neg 316, 0 write-ins. Attorney General, Miller 82, Brandon Byrd 299, 0 write-ins. State Senator, District 9, North 52, Shipley 323, 1 write-in. State Representative, District 18, Moore 334, 2 write-ins. Board of Supervisors, Mayor 324, 22 write-ins. County Treasurer, Dow 358, 0 write-in. Zayas, for Recorder 353, 0 write-in. Songson 332, 4 write-in. Soil Water Conservation, Pease 279, Davidson 235, 3 write-in. Extension Council, Simon 176, Ferguson 196, Beaver 194, Strike 245, Cabin 148, Fisher 201, 4 write-ins. Ag Extension, Pulliam 131, Foster 173. Supreme Court Justice McDermott 203 yes, 99 no. Oxley 181 yes, 113 no. Ehlers 196 yes, 102 no. Batting 176 yes, 111 no. Davidson 216 yes, 97 no. Jonovsky 184 yes, 117 no. Larson 203 yes, 97 no. Fagan 200 yes, 96 no. Constitutional Amendment 1, 317 yes, 58 no.
All right, absentee time, huh? You want to take a break? All right, let's see. Do you have a preference where you start on absentee? Do you have a preference? Okay, so here's Clarinda, lead library 1. Brankins 64, Grassley 93. Axne 67 and Nunn 89. With 1 write-in, yes, with 1 write-in. A little different format here. Numbers are bigger. It's throwing me for a loop. DeGier 60, Reynolds 97, Battaglia 1, Miller 60, Pate 96, Sand 68, Halbert 88, Fitzgerald 71, Smith 86, Norwood 58, Neg 98, Miller 68, Byrd 88, Narup 59, Shipley 99, Shipley 65, Wood 92, Maher 111, 17 write-ins, Dow 136 with 2 write-ins, Isaias 132 with 3 write-ins, Songson 130 with 2 write-ins, Peace 84, Davidson 111, 2 write-ins, Simon 78, Ferguson 114, Beaver 113, Stripe 74, Cabin 85, Fisher 70, 4 write-ins. Pulliam 74, Foster 72, 1 write-in. McDermott 75, yes, 47 no. Oxley 78 and 41. Aller 78 and 39. Bading 83 and 34. Davidson, 117 and 27. Kolnoski, 84 and 37. Larson, 83 and 35. Fagan, 83 and 39. And on the amendment, 109 to 41. If anybody else wants to volunteer, jump in anytime. Here is Clarinda League Library 2. Franken, 109. Grassley, 167. Axney, 120. Nunn, 155. DeGear, 92. Reynolds, 174. Battaglia with 8. Miller, 105. Pate, 168. 1 write-in. Sand, 120. Halber, 154. Fitzgerald, 125. Smith, 153. Norwood, 105. Naig, 171. 1 write-in. Miller, 121. Bird, 158. Narup, 95. Shipley, 183. Shipley, 112. With Wood, 161. Maher, 205. 14 write-ins. Dow, 239. 4 write-ins. Esaias, 236. 4 write-ins. Carl, 220. 8 write-ins. Peace with 165. Davison, 204. Simons, 111. Ferguson, 185. Beaver, 153. Strike, 118. Cavan, 130. Fisher, 103. 1 write-in. Pulliam, 116. Foster, 115. McDermott, 145 to 64. Oxley, 131 and 64. Allers, 136 and 70. Beatty, 125 and 69. Davidson, 184 and 53. Kolnoski, 128 and 72. Larson, 143 and 59. Fagan, 141 and 58. And on the amendment, 189 in favor, 70 against. Courthouse 1. Franken, 41. Grassley, 137. Axney, 48. Nunn, 129. DeGear, 37. Reynolds, 139. Battaglia, 2. Miller, 35. Pate, 143. Sand, 44. Halber, 130. Fitzgerald, 46. Smith, 129. Norwood, 34. Naig, 141. Miller, 44. Bird, 132. Narup, 34. Shipley, 144. Moore, 147. 1 write-in. Maher, 145. 5 write-ins. Dow, 160. 1 write-in. Esaias, 159 with 1 write-in. Sonkson, 145 with 5 write-ins. Peace, 105. Davidson, 122. Simon, 73. Ferguson, 104. Beaver, 92. Stripe, 101. Cavan, 100. Fisher, 75. There were 3 write-ins. Pulliam, 76. Foster, 70. McDermott, 97 yes, 33 no. Oxley, 90 and 35 against. Ehlers, 94 and 30. Beatty, 81 and 34. Excuse me. Davidson, 116 and 20. Kolnoski, 93 and 30. Larson, 90 and 30. Fagan, 90 and 31. And on the amendment, 144 and 27 against. That was 144 in favor. All right, courthouse 2, here we go. Franken 60, Grassley 172. Axney 65, Nunn 169. DeGear 54, Reynolds 177, Battaglia 4. Miller 58, Pate 180. Sand 63, Halbert 171. Fitzgerald 61, Smith 173. Norwood 55, Neg 181. Miller 66, Bird 172. Narup 52, Shipley 186. Shipley 67, Wood 169. Maher 201, 12 write-ins. Dow 220 with 2 write-ins. Isaias 221 with 3 write-ins. Sonkson 215 with 6 write-ins. On the Amity Township trustee, there were 4 write-ins. And on the clerk, there were 2 write-ins. Buchanan County trustee, Buchanan Township trustee Dennis Davison was 16, 1 write-in. Clerk in Buchanan, Gary Davison with 18. Commissioners, Peace 134, Davison 162. Ag Extension Council, Simons 99, Ferguson 155, Beaver 134, Stripe 115, Cabin 128, Fisher 109, and there were 2 write-ins. Pulliam 67, Foster 144. McDermott 170 against, 100 in favor. Oxley 99 and 65. Ollers 100 in favor, 63 opposed. Bading 96, 60. Davidson 134, 57. Kilnosky 98, 64. Larson 106 and 56. Fagan 105, 59. On the amendment, 179 in favor, 41 against. Public measure number 1, 9 yes, 12 no. Public measure B, 8 in favor, 13 against.
I can do it for you, Chuck.
Okay, that'd be great.
Start signing. Here's hand. Yeah, there you go. Okay, this is Essex City Hall. Franken 15, Grassley 44. Axney 21, Nunn 38. DeGear 15, Reynolds 44. Miller 15, Pate 44. Sand 18, Halbert 40. Fitzgerald 20, Robbie Smith 39. Norwood 16, Nag 42. Miller 19, Bird 40. Narup 15, Shipley 44. Moore 48, write-ins 3. Maher 42, write-ins 8. Dow 53. Isaias 53, write-ins 1. Sonkson 51, write-ins 1. Pease 43, Davison 37, write-ins 3. Simons 26, Ferguson 27, Beaver 29, Stripe 40, Caven 23, Fisher 33, write-ins 5. Pulliam 21, Foster 21, write-ins 1. McDermott, yes, 28, no, 12. Oxley, yes, 27, no, 11. Ayers, 29, no, 9. Batting, 28, no, 9. Richardson, 35, no, 9. Gilnoski, 27, 9, no, 9. Larson, yes, 29, no, 8. Fagan, yes, 32, no, 6. Constitutional amendment, yes, 43, no, 15. Pardon?
Check the ladder.
Okay, I'd say maybe a little snow. Okay, next one is Historical Building 1. Franken, 27, Grassley, 25. Axney, 27, Nunn, 24. DeGier, 26. Reynolds, 26. Miller, 24. Pate, 28. Sand, 26. Halver, 25. Fitzgerald, 27. Smith, 25. Norwood, 22. Neg, 29. Miller, 26. Berg, 26. Narrop, 21. Shipley, 29. Moore, 33. Maher, 33. Write-ins, 8. Dow, 40. Asias, 40. Sonksen, 40. Pease, 42. Davison, 23. Simons, 19. Ferguson, 18. Beaver, 23. Stripe, 28. Gavin, 14. Fisher, 24. Pulliam, 15. Foster, 20. McDermott, 23. No, 16. Oxley, 21. No, 16. Ayers, 23. No, 14. Batting, 24. No, 11. Davidson, 29. 7, no. Gilnoski, 28. No, 6. Larson, 25. No, 9. Fagan, 29. No, 8. Constitutional Amendment, 31. No, 18. Next one is Historical Building 2. Franken, 68. Grassley, 59. Axney, 73. Nunn, 54. DeGier, 62. Reynolds, 62. Battaglia, 3. Miller, 68. Pate, 56. Sand, 67. Halver, 55. Fitzgerald, 76. Smith, 48. Norwood, 63. Nag, 61. Miller, 74. Berg, 52. Narrop, 63. Shipley, 61. Moore, 78. Write-ins, 2. Maher, 72. Write-ins, 17. Dow, 92. Write-ins, 1. Asias, 87. Write-in, 1. Sonksen, 83. Write-in, 2. Pease, 84. Davison, 75. Simons, 49. Ferguson, 57. Beaver, 61. John Stripe, 66. Caven, 48. Fisher, 57. Pulliam, 48. Foster, 38. McDermott, 74. No, 28. Oxley, 66. No, 30. Ayers, 70. No, 27. Batting, 60. No, 29. Davidson, 72. No, 23. Gilnoski, 69. No, 22. Larson, 69. No, 21. Fagan, 71. No, 23. Constitutional Amendment, yes, 73. No, 45. Historical Building 3. Franken 77, Grassley 72, Axney 80, Nunn 70, Regier 71, Reynolds 75, Stewart 1, Miller 78, Pate 73, Sand 81, Halber 70, Fitzgerald 84, Smith 66, Norwood 72, Nag 72, write-ins 1. Miller 86, Bird 64, 1 write-in. Narrop 70, Shipley 79. Moore 101, write-in 6. Maher 95, write-in 18. Dow 118, write-in 1. Science 115, write-in 1. Sompson 115, write-in 1. Pease 117, Davison 91. Simon 65, Ferguson 71, Beaver 71, Stripe. Nope, that's fine. Beaver 71, Stripe 85, Gavin 53, Fisher 69. Volume 52, Foster 44. McDermott 73, no 41. Oxley 73, no 38. Ayler 72, no 37. Batting 69, no 33. Davison 78, no 29. Konaski 77, no 29. Larson 74, no 29. Fagan 76, no 28. Constitutional amendment, yes 73, no 64. Last one that I have is for the Shenandoah Fire Station. Franken 56, Grassley 112, write-in 1. Axney 66, Nunn 102, write-in 1. Gier 51, Reynolds 113, Stewart 3. Miller 53, Pate at 116. Sand 52, Halber 114. Fitzgerald 62, Smith 106. Norwood 52, Nag 115. Miller 57, Bird 111. Narrop 48, Shipley 116. Moore 131, write-in 1. Maher 124, write-in 11. Angie Down 147. Brenda Sias 144. Carl Sonksen 131. Brandon Pease 124. Davison 112, write-in 1. Simons 93. Ferguson 104. Beaver 94. Stripe 100. Gavin 82. Fisher 93. Write-in 1. Pulliam 66. Prosper 74. McDermott, yes 180, yes 84, no 39. Oxley 79, no 42. Ahlers, yes 76, no 46. Batting 77, no 44. Davison 100, no 36. Kilnoski 82, no 39. Larson 82, no 40. Fagan 80, no 42. And the constitutional amendment 125 yes, 40 no. And that is all there is. Be a motion to approve the canvas.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
No.
I think I've got another.
How much it is every time.
Now,
I
we're
forget
a
how much
little
it
bit
is.
behind. Melissa, in case there's any questions, next item up is to discuss and do allowing seasonal conservation employees to work 35 hours a week instead of current 25 hours a week. John, you have that and, oh, yes.
I just wanted to say that the new election's coming up really well.
Good, good.
Well, yes, and I'd like to thank
Oh,
not
yeah.
only our auditor, but her staff and all your workers. You had a lot of people do a lot of hard work, and as far as I heard, there were no glitches. You had one machine that burped on you early, but great job. You processed a lot of votes in a good amount of time and you had the results out. So thank you.
Our POs are kind of they're pretty awesome, so glad to have all of them.
That turnout, was that pretty good for a midterm to compare to past ones, or?
Yeah.
I was wondering about that, almost 50% or something like that.
Sorry. Yeah, we were less than 100 votes down from the last midterm, so we thought we were actually gonna beat it, but we're just a little bit under it, so, but like I said earlier, our POs work a really long day and we really appreciate all they do, because without them, we couldn't have the successful election that we have, so we just want to make sure we thank them for putting in that really long day, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the equipment worked really good. We had one small glitch at the beginning of the day and we're able to get it fixed and continue on, so. But it was nice to have everything go smoothly, so we were excited to have the new machine, so thank you for that, so.
Okay. John, now you're up. Melissa, don't leave. Oh, you're not leaving, are you? Okay, good.
I'll try to be quick. Basically, what we're trying to do is for next season and then from here on out. Right now, our seasonals are limited to 30 hours a week. We only work in 28. To get that bumped up to 35, since we have hard cutoff times for our seasonals now. Even with them working 35 hours a week from March 1st to October 31st, they still fall well under the, what would be the full-time limit, I guess is the best term for it. Yeah, we looked through our records in April of 2013, which we're thinking is because the Affordable Care Act and everything kicked in, we got told, or my department got told, that we had to cut seasonals down to 30 hours. We didn't know if that was a motion or just a recommendation. We found it in an email. So we didn't want to go ahead and make this change if there was a motion against
I don't remember. It was a motion. Okay. So have you run the numbers with Melissa and HR on ensuring that by increasing these hours, we don't get into a full-time?
Yeah, we'll be at, if we increase them to 35 hours a week, they'll be at 1,260 hours for the calendar year. I think the cutoff is 1,506 for a calendar year.
Well, yeah, so they don't live that year.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, we'd be at, they would average out to it's like 24.2 hours.
So that average would be the baseline for determination on full-time versus part-time.
Sorry. The basis on the hours. The basis on the hours for ACA is based on that calendar year. So if they hit over 30 hours average for a calendar year, no matter what, the county is required to offer health insurance. So the reason that I think the board initially put in that 28-hour cap was because then across the board, countywide, you're basically telling any staff that they're not allowed to go over that 28 hours. And so if you rescind that, then if any department head at any time doesn't honor that, then you're going to be obligated that following year then to offer help. It's not a like question of if you can or can't, it's by law, you have to offer that.
Nice.
I hope that's just.
Yeah, so too. So I think that's initially the reasoning behind
What we did.
and it's basically just to protect the county because I mean, like John's done the math and he said he could, make sure, but if by chance something happens and he goes over it by 0.1, we still are required then to offer it. So, or if another department head then.
So we can't do just conservation as a privilege.
No, because they're seasonal, very seasonal.
Yeah, we
Can't
cannot
do them by themselves.
I mean, you have currently a motion in place that said something that says
But that was for all employees, probably.
all part-time.
Yeah. If we were to make a motion for seasonal employees, would that offset, would that take care of the issue?
Well, you're basically, I mean, because your part-time are also seasonal.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Can we legally say people working in conservation? Are we able to narrow it down to?
With their budget or their,
Could we
I mean,
run
you
that, could we run that through legal to see what they think? Could we do that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you could. It's just if you want to take that, I mean, risk of
Yeah.
if something, like if John's here and he would choose to not be here in
Well-
5 years, then if you run into a problem of,
If it-
somebody else not honoring that, then you're not going to have.
well, whoever was a director knew that if it happened, their budget would have to pay for it out of their budget. If they went full-time, then we'd probably keep them pretty focused, maybe, on making sure it didn't happen. But seasonally, you need help, more hours.
Correct, yeah, and I know before, like my department, we didn't have that hard. We didn't have that hard cap for my seasonals, just were March to October. So previously, like they were picking up hours in the winter and stuff. And yeah, now we've instituted, and it worked really good. This calendar year was the earliest they can get hired on is March 1st, and then regardless of what's going on, October 31st, the season is done.
So it
So
only affects those months. Right?
Correct, yeah, it'd be 35 hours a week during just those months.
Even if they did 40, would they make it?
They would make it, but I think then we've been working with the auditor's office on this. We didn't know if there was like, if that 40-hour week mark made them. There was some gray area with 40 hours a week.
Or would
If
the
that-
average be enough still or not? It wouldn't be.
Even with 40 hours a week, the average would be up.
It would be on.
It's just the
Part of it, and I think part of it too is John's kind of done it differently than it's been done in the past, so it's kind of a change too, so. But then since we have the policy, we're hitting against that too, where it's kind of a double. But
Yeah,
then
but-
too, from the risk factor, you need to recognize then that if you rescind it and do away with it completely,
Right.
it's open up for all departments.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you change it for him, you're still opening, I mean, you hope everything will work smoothly, but if
Yeah,
by
the-
change.
You could rescind and then redo it, couldn't you? Make one.
Do you have the option in your budget to add another part-time person in to help offset that extra hours, another 24-hour-a-week person?
I know, because like with Mike, what we did last year, because we have one that's permanent part-time, where he works 35 hours during the March to October, and then he works 12 hours a week through the winter. So that keeps him under the average. We wouldn't need any more help in the winter. So
Okay.
this is why it's very focused on just
Just those two.
part of the problem
Yeah.
has been just the availability of labor, right? I mean, you've had a hard time finding people.
It is, and this year, we had quite a few people, we were doing a lot of like mid-year hirings, we had quite a few people that left, because a lot of it came down to we weren't paying per wages. So yeah, people are definitely being hard to find, and the last year when we posted it for openings, a lot of people didn't have problems with the hourly rate if there was more hours. The 28 hours limiting was kind of turned a lot of people.
Well, I'm certainly not opposed to it. I
No.
think what I'd like though, if we could, I'd like to see what a policy would look like and make sure we think through the impact on other
Every-
departments and see some language on how this would be written up so that it's clear and the accounting, going back to Jacob's point, the accountability to the department head and
Yeah, I agree.
for them to make sure that we don't, that we live in the spirit of that ruling.
If they go over, then they have to pay for it.
Yeah, it's coming out of their budget.
Yeah.
But you know how that goes, when they can't get blood out of the turnip either, there's no money there. So,
No, I think the important thing would be is if we're going to do it, have a policy, let's look at it and make sure that makes sense to where we can monitor it legally. So if Angie hires 4 part-timers and all of a sudden she wants to move them up, her department's not, so this could be a specific for conservation. We'll see if we can do that legally. Okay.
yeah, and then, bring that back and we can review it.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like.
Do you want it as a separate policy, or do you want it just as a separate piece, like in the personnel handbook?
I think it could be just in the personnel handbook, couldn't it? Yeah.
whichever way, after
Whichever-
you look at it,
yeah.
you think it's cleanest.
Yeah,
It leaves the
Yeah.
least amount of confusion.
Yes.
And I don't know
And-
what that answer is.
and maybe it is a separate policy just for the conservation board. You know, that way nobody else worries about it because they're not involved, so to speak.
And the
So-
extra hours you have money for to cover that.
That's why we, none of this would kick in until next year. That'd be kind of the next step.
Yeah. Let's put together a policy and see where we're at.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Angie.
I am just here to get board approval on the 2080 agreement to issue driver's license. They updated about every 5 years. I sent you the copy that showed the changes, and then I don't know if y'all had a chance to read that. Really, the only changes that impacted us, because a lot of the changes this year were due to CDL exams, which we don't offer. So really, ours was really just a 60-day time frame to hire somebody if you would lose an examiner. So that's putting a big thing on a lot of counties, but not here.
So do you have the line, do you have the actual agreement?
I do, because I need a signature so I can send it in.
I make a motion to approve the 2080 with the Iowa DOT and Page County.
Okay,
I'll second that.
okay, been a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Right here. With that. Bill and the rest.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, thanks, Angie. Thanks. Okay, board communication.
I'm trying to find one. Have a text, let's see. There's another property suggested for a jail.
Pardon?
There's another property suggested
Oh,
for the jail.
good.
I don't know. I haven't even went to look at it. I just got it yesterday. Let's see if I can find it here. I haven't went to investigate this. I think it's south side. I think we're down here in the south side of town where Keene Thumb will have a building and a storage unit like their clients. There's some land in there that might be for sale.
Okay.
We need to investigate that, but got that yesterday. One thing I was wondering about was and when we divide all that art money up in different categories for different things. If any of that, like to now, like if anything happens, since it's divided, can it be spent without coming through here? Or we still have to bring every
Oh, no, it has,
bit through here,
it all has to be approved and nothing is actually,
even on the charts right now?
yeah, because nothing is actually, I don't think, other than what we've approved in here, nothing is
Nothing else coming.
spent yet, so.
None of the other construction stuff happening.
No, and so much of the stuff, other than the windows, one of the stuff that's called here for the digitalization,
Tuck point.
most of the stuff hasn't even been, and then the tuck pointing, that's about all that's been. Because everything else we're still waiting on. I like the parking lot, we got that done,
Right.
but a lot of the stuff we're still waiting on.
Well, the books were all
Lighting,
paid for.
yeah, the books are all paid for, the lighting, that was all done. But there's still a lot that hasn't even gotten to that point yet.
And I have a Hungry Canyons meeting, but I'm trying to remember what day. It's in first part of December on Friday. Can't remember which day that is. It's coming up a couple weeks from now. I didn't really have any meetings attended last week, I don't think.
Yeah, it's kind of a quiet time for me too. No meetings last week.
And well, I've got a SWIPCO this afternoon and then a West Central tonight. That's all that I've got. Okay, approved minutes.
Yeah, I'd make a motion to approve them as submitted.
I'll second that.
Okay, then a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Jacob, anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to adjourn. How about
Okay.
that?
Okay, all those in favor, say
Aye.
aye.
Aye.